The issue of mandatory vaccination for university students continues. The University of the Western Cape has adopted what it calls a soft mandate. So this will mean that all staff and students will have to be vaccinated in order to enter the campus or attend university events. The rule will also be strictly applied to the placement of students at all University of Western Cape residences. The university's leadership also resolved to begin in-person learning and teaching in the new year. Joining us now for reaction is EFF Student Command President Mandla Shikwambana. Thank you for your time this afternoon. So what have, we heard from your members in terms of reaction to this?
Thank you very much, and also thanks for having us here, Dudu. We, as the EFF Student Command, we are not actually happy on how these things are actually unfolding now, of a mandatory vaccination, and we will have reasons behind that as to why we are not actually happy. Because if you check, the universities are now saying that for students to come and register next year, they should be mandated to vaccinate. And we are saying, but why do you force someone to actually come and vaccinate? Because vaccination should be a right that one person decides to say, it is my choice to decide whether I want to be vaccinated or not. So it shouldn't be a matter of forcing someone else as a mandatory fact to say you must go and vaccinate for you to access education. We are limiting education into a vaccination. I mean, what type of education are we actually embarking on as South Africans, where we are going to limit education or access to education based on the fact that one is not vaccinated, given a number of reasons? It could be a cultural reason, it could be one not feeling comfortable with the type of vaccine that which is offered in South Africa. When Cyril Ramaphosa was still sober, and before he received a mandate from his handlers, he said no one in South Africa is going to be forced to vaccinate. Now tables have changed. They've said to him, people must vaccinate, and then he must make sure that everyone vaccinate. And what type of vaccination are you giving to people? I will actually agree to say, let's have a number of vaccines available for people to choose as to which type of vaccine they want to go for, and they go for that vaccine. We must not have only one type of vaccine or two. Let's have your Sputnik, let's have your Sinovac, let's have all those vaccines that which are proven to be working, and then we say to people, here is the vaccines, all of them available, choose which one you want and go for the one that you want. Then we'll understand. But now we cannot agree to what actually is being given to us. This Pfizer vaccine, it has a lot of effects or side effects to our people, and you are not saying about anything about it as media. People are actually having complications immediately after taking all these type of vaccines that which are available now. Let's have a variety of vaccines, and then maybe we can speak something different. But as things still stands now, we are not going to agree as the EFF Students Command to say for you to register next year you must then have vaccinated. No, we are going to fight it, and we are going to meet it, and we are going to meet them on the street. And I want to put it clear that we are going to, and then this government and all universities, they must know that the EFF Students Command is in SRCs in number of universities and TVET colleges across the country. And come January, we are going to call an SRC summit where we are going to meet all our SRC members, give them mandate, and we tell them that no one should be stopped or not to be allowed to register because we have not vaccinated.
Mandla, the university says students, staff, service providers and visitors may apply for an exemption from the policy based on verifiable medical reasons, constitutional or religious grounds. This still does not satisfy you?
I mean, why do you put, my worry is one, why do you put condition and put the word mandatory vaccination? You are actually saying to our people, you are actually saying to our students that you are forced to go and vaccinate. Because what is going to happen on the ground is that universities are going to say, no, we are not going to register you unless you prove to us that you are vaccinated. These things of saying they are going to allow them to apply and what, those things are just there on the black and white, but that's not what is going to happen. The reality of the matter is that universities, they've agreed in their council's meetings that they are going to adopt a mandatory vaccination policy. What this mandatory vaccination policy means to you mandatory vaccination policy means that if you are not vaccinated, then you're not going to be allowed to register, and we're going to fight it.
EFF Student Command President Mandla Shikwambana, thank you for your time this afternoon.